us up like ants in a colony. Organize the wealth into a socialist economy. A way of life based off the common needs. And all my comrades is ready, we can spread the scene. And all my comrades is ready, we can spread the scene. And all my comrades is ready, we can spread the scene.
There's definitely
No. This happened in June.
This year.
Oh my God, it's so tiny. Yeah, this happened this year, and this is like really close to home.
On June 22nd, a hot summer day, a group of 10 family members and friends were wrapping up a tubing trip on the San Marcos River at Don's Fish Camp in the central Texas town of Martindale when they were violently attacked by members or supporters of a neo-Nazi prison gang, according to eyewitness videos, interviews with victims, and publicly available records, photos, and other information. The group of family and friends included 3 members who were not white, according to interviews, and they were there to celebrate a birthday, something they had done many times in the past. The physical attack apparently began, video shows, after a brief verbal altercation. Several of the victims who requested not to be named due to serious safety concerns said that at least one member of the neo-Nazi group referred to a mixed-race teenager, the son of the woman whose birthday was being celebrated, as Tarzan, after he went to use a rope swing, which the victim group understood as a racial epithet.
Jesus Christ.
The birthday group had just finished tubing on the river, a favorite Texas pastime in the summer heat before the physical attack, which included punching and shoving, left at least 2 members of their group injured. In the video recorded of the incident, someone can be heard yelling, "White power." "I am afraid to go back," one victim told the Texas Observer. Quote, "I definitely won't go back, and if anyone I know is planning to, I will probably tell them what happened to me to discourage them from going." Members of the birthday group reported the incident to police, and local law enforcement from the Caldwell County Constable's office arrived on the scene after the incident and arrested one person, Todd Jeremy Christian, a 45-year-old with an Austin address, on Class A misdemeanor charges for assault causing bodily injury, according to a police report the Observer obtained via a public information request. The report categorized the assault as a gang-related crime motivated by anti-multiracial group bias.
Gang-related crime. Trying so hard to not call it a hate crime.
While only Christian was arrested, video evidence shows at least 8 people were involved in the apparent assault on the group of family and friends. Of those 8, the Observer and Bellingcat, have identified 5, including Christian, as members or supporters of the Aryan Brotherhood of Texas, a white supremacist prison gang founded in the 1980s that is unrelated to the original Aryan Brotherhood. Caldwell County District Attorney Fred Weber told the Observer that the incident and circumstances leading up to the assault remain under investigation and that, if warranted by the evidence, additional charges may be filed. Weber said he could not comment on whether additional suspects beyond Christian had been identified, probably because they know them and are friends with them.
Yeah.
Don's Fish Camp released a statement on its Facebook page describing the incident as horrendous and said the business is working closely with authorities. Quote, "These people are banned from Don's for life," the statement reads. Quote, "We had no idea that these kinds of people were going to be a problem. We just help them like we do all of our customers. Our hearts go out to anyone who was negatively impacted by this awful incident. We stand behind those seeking justice. As far as we are concerned, the perpetrators need to be removed from Texas. Unfortunately, bad people still exist in 2024. To identify those who participated in the attack but were not arrested, the Observer and Bellingcat reviewed eyewitness videos to identify possible suspects, noting distinct features such as tattoos. These features were then compared to images and videos on social media, as well as public criminal records, to confirm their identities. Based on that analysis, the outlets identified 5 of the participants as members or supporters of the ABT, whose neo-Nazi members typically joined the gang in prison. In a now deleted Reddit post, one victim described how a, quote, neo-Nazi gang with, quote, their shirts off with swastika and other Nazi symbols, held their friends underwater. One victim suffered a concussion, facial swelling, and a bruised retina, resulting in partial vision loss, while another received a bruised eye. According to interviews with the victims, at least 2 sought medical attention after the attack. The Observer acquired footage of the attack recorded by an eyewitness and verified the Reddit post claims with the victims. Video appears to show individuals who were part of the group that included the ABT members or supporters instigating the fight, which lasted approximately 2 minutes and took place in a part of the San Marcos River that is only a few feet deep. In the footage, apparent perpetrators seem to submerge 2 of the victims underwater. The Observer and Bellingcat's investigation identified the following individuals as having participated in the attack and as being either members or supporters of ABT. Cameron Christopher Garreau, 30. Todd Jeremy Christian, 45. Thomas Dylan Mashburn, 33. James Edward Buzz Turner, 50. And Albrea Faye Herpeche, 28. The outlets also identified a 6th person who participated in the attack, Angela Danielle Burkham, 42, who associates with ABT members or supporters, but has not, within the scope of the outlet's review, expressed explicit support. Another man and woman pictured in the videos and described by eyewitnesses remain unidentified. Christian and Garreau and Mashburn all apparently belong to a motorcycle club affiliated with the ABT called the Aryan Brotherhood of Texas Motorcycle Club. Really fucking like original there. Really
subtle.
Yeah, really subtle with the branding.
Heightening it.
Yeah. Based on public records, tattoos, social media, and other information reviewed for this story, and more than likely, like, you know, just bragging about it on social media. Really.
Hash Kush, I'm not more worried now. I just want to highlight these things for people, you know, because they're obviously immediate concerns. These people are still on the loose, so it would be kind of nice if somebody were, you know, maybe trying to deal with it.
Oh, and I would like,
and it's definitely good for people to be more aware of these people.
And I would also just like to say, that. Remember what we watched on before with the immigrant situation with the cops in Ohio. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you know, at this point we need to start, like, you know, coming to grips with the fact that, like, many of the people that are in law enforcement, and including like higher levels of federal law enforcement, are like deranged, racist, xenophobic people that are pretty much sipping the exact Kool-Aid that Trump's putting out there about migrants and things like that. So it's like this kind of like attacks on quote unquote multiracialism and, you know, things like, or whatever, however they want to dress it up. You know what I mean? Maybe far more endemic within our authority structure than something that exists without it, that like the cops are actually putting an earnest effort into finding.
I'll add one more layer to that. The governor already pardoned a white supremacist murderer in the state. So, like, they have immediate political support from, you know, these fucking weirdos.
Right. Exactly.
And, like, here's the thing. Whether or not Trump wins or loses, these people are not going away. They are still going to be walking around. They are still going to be, like, you know, harassing people, assaulting people. They are still going to be out there recruiting new people, instigating, you know, more new people. Like,
that.
Keep that in mind.
Well, that one guy right there, he's got cop physiognomy right there. Like, I mean, look at that thumb.
This one? The one that looks like a perfect thumb?
Yeah, like, he's probably a cop. And not like trying to infiltrate them criminally. Like,
he's doing this in his free time.
Yeah.
So,
and like, let's be real too. The cops keep people like this, like, on a leash. They know about them, and they do it to, like, as a form of, like, political power.
Right.
You know, they use them as enforcers for whatever fucking shady shit they're doing, you know, like.
And if you have the mental capacity and you have, like, you know, the ability, you know, I try to, you know, it's a tough reality, but only we keep us safe, right? as incidents like this show. The trio frequently appear together in photos and videos posted to social media wearing motorcycle vests with patches that are associated with the ABTMC. I'll let you guess what that stands for, including ones with explicitly neo-Nazi designs like SS lightning bolts and the slogan 1488. Norse symbology like Thor's hammer, and ABT symbology like the shield symbol and the initials ABT. I
Thanks,
assume stands
Texas
for Aryan.
The abbreviation you have used a lot already.
Right. Many members, including Giraud, also have a patch that reads "In Memory KT 1979-2022," a reference to Brian Keith KT Turner, an ABT member who was killed after allegedly threatening then following a man who displayed LGBTQ plus bumper stickers. So yeah, there's the Thor's hammer, Aryan, but just in case there was any mix up about what the symbols are and what they mean, right? Just in case you're unfamiliar with this, right? ABT is structured into 5 regions, right? There's the 1488. God forgives, brothers don't. All right. Extremism experts describe the ABT as a crime syndicate and one of the nation's largest prison gangs. Dozens of ABT members have faced indictment for various criminal acts in recent years, including hate crimes. In terms of membership, there aren't concrete numbers, said Chris Magiarix, a research fellow at the Anti-Defamation League Center on Extremism, which is like, what are you doing? Like, that's your... Isn't that your job to be monitoring these things? But we're talking in the 2,000 range. No other white supremacist group comes even close to having membership numbers that high. I have a feeling that number is conservative and not in its political or worldview leanings. The physical attack in Martindale appears to have started according to video footage when one of the victims put her hands up to de-escalate the situation. Giraud then ran into the victims, knocked several into the water, and proceeded to punch the victims in the water. According to Travis County court records, Giraud served prison time for 2014 convictions on methamphetamine possession because, of course, and burglary charges, because ABT members generally join the gang while in prison. Information about past nonviolent felony convictions is included in this story as an indication of their access to joining the gang. Quote, "I don't know nothing about it," Giraud told The Observer when reached for comment, like there was a scuffle, but it was nothing crazy. Footage of the incident clearly shows Giraud throwing punches. Giraud has a tattoo on his stomach of a sword on top of a swastika and shield with SS lightning bolts on top that strongly resemble the symbol used by the ABT. I have a feeling it more than resembles. He did not respond when asked whether he is a member of that organization. Mike German, a fellow at the Brennan Center for Justice at the New York University School of Law and a former FBI agent who once worked undercover to infiltrate white supremacist groups in the 1990s, verified the tattoos Giraud has are associated with gang membership. No fucking kidding. Wow. Members of the Aryan Brotherhood of Texas often get tattoos that indicate membership or affiliation with the group, German said in an interview. It would be very dangerous for somebody to get that tattoo who wasn't a member. There are even reports of members of the gangs actually cutting off the tattoos of people who have somehow failed to live up to their responsibilities. Dude, I love these dudes like TikToks. Demon, hell, devil, evil, boss, doom, aggressive, horns, muscle, flames, blood, guts.
Is that like, does he think that he's doing hashtags or something? Like,
I don't know.
I kind of want to dig a little bit there. What the fuck is this dude posting? Nothing good, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, and I like to get down into the void, so I mean, like, I would absolutely watch his TikToks.
Pat's about to be joining a lot of different Facebook groups.
I'm almost in too many at this point. Like the list keeps growing, and then sometimes I alienate my like. There's only so long I can hold back before I start saying something. But
yeah, don't do that with this. Don't do that.
Yeah, I like lurking in the shadows to really know what's going on back there. You know.
Right. Monster, dude, come on. Frame from incident showing Guro's elite back tattoo and Monster Energy arm tattoo. Where's the picture of the fucking? Is that it? I can
I think it's
barely
that
make
one.
that out, dude.
Oh, you can see better in the one that's next to it, but it's just like an identifying tattoo at this point.
Why do they all have a Monster Energy tattoo?
Because that shit is sick.
Frame from incident showing a stomach tattoo resembling the ABT symbol. Picture from an apparent ABT member's Facebook page showing Guro's stomach tattoo. Frame of a video posted to Guro's TikTok account, ABT Cam 1220, which matches his Snapchat account. Because, of course, showing his face. Frame of now private TikTok video showing Guro wearing the ABT whatever jacket. Picture from her Pitchy's Facebook page showing Guro's back and arm tattoos. 1 second after Guro ran into the group, Christian threw a punch, hitting a woman in the face as shown in the video footage.
I'm sure they were fucking wasted, which is obviously not an excuse or anything, but
No.
It kind of looks like they're just like beating on a bunch of women.
there is a lot of women in that group that they are beating on.
What is this body of water?
It's a river.
That's a river that goes up to your knees in the middle of it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a spring-fed river, so it flows pretty steadily. I mean, and the river's a little bit low right now too, especially in June. Yeah, it's a lovely river. Kayaking, I mean, even tubing is fun. Oh, you can see those dudes' lightning bolts really clearly in that frame right there.
What's with all the censoring?
They're trying to hide the victims' identities.
Uh,
Is that Marjorie Taylor Greene?
Might as well be. One of the reasons why I brought this up is just like people worried about fucking China and shit. It's like, why are you worried about China? Like, this shit is in your backyard. These people are very violent. They think they have some sort of like mandate and like, justification or whatever to do this kind of shit. Like, but then people want to like pearl clutch about fucking China and shit.
China's like literally like never done anything to the United States, unless you count the Korean War, which is laughable to even point to involvement in that as some kind of like, something against the U.S. Were they just like helping somebody up over there? What the fuck was that?
Yeah, it's hard to make out. According to the Texas Department of Public Safety, DPS Online Criminal History Database and county court records, Christian has previously been arrested on assault charges and was convicted on felony prohibited weapons charge in 2003. An Austin American Statesman news article included in an FBI report described Christian as a gang member and stated that a senior ABT leader was accused of ordering a botched hit on Christian in 2002.
Even his boys don't like him.
Wow. No loyalty. According to a June 22nd police report from the Precinct 3 Caldwell County Constable, Michelle Bell, Christian was the only individual arrested for his role in the violent incident at the river. The hits just keep coming for him, man. A misdemeanor charge is pending, and Christian could not be reached for comment despite multiple phone calls to numbers associated with his name. At this time, the case has been turned into the DA's office. Bell told The Observer, "They handle all the media comments and open records requests, so I really can't make a comment on it right now." 11 seconds into the footage of the fight, Mashburn entered the fray and began to punch the victims. According to Erath County court records, Mashburn was convicted in 2015 on a felony charge for the manufacture or delivery of a controlled substance. He has a tattoo on his back of SS lightning bolts and the term Aryan soldier. Calls and messages directed to a phone number and an email address associated with Mashburn went answered. I think they mean unanswered. Yeah, look at this.
So like all these people are getting their start from the war on drugs, and I'm sure they're not, great people to begin with, but yeah, they're definitely this is like their access point to this gang is the fact that we have like an extremely punitive put you in a dungeon fucking drug policy. I don't know what you guys have comments on that or whatever.
I'll be right back. Come on.
16 seconds into video footage of the fight, Turner began to throw punches, according to a patch seen in social media posts or photos. Turner is the club president of the Terror Squad MC, another motorcycle club affiliated with the ABT.
Super not weird thing to call yourself.
Definitely not weird to call yourself the Terror Squad, right? That regularly appears in social media posts with ABTC and whatever members. The TSMC logo consists of a Celtic cross with a Ku Klux Klan style hood drop in its center, blood drop in its center, overlaid on a crossed ball peen hammers in the style of the Hammerskins, another white supremacist group with roots in Dallas. A photo found on TikTok shows Turner wearing a vest featuring a patch that reads Aryan Brotherhood Supporter. Guess it'd be kind of weird if it had Aryan Brotherhood cheerleader. The day after the attack, Turner posted a negative review of Don's Fish Camp on Facebook, writing, "It was cool. It was a cool place to hang." I can't even fucking read because the periods and shit. It was a cool place to hang out, but the owner is a liar. I always forget what sick actually means. He later deleted it. A message left on Turner's voicemail went unreturned. Man can't fucking write or spell to save his fucking life. Good God.
Yikes.
Yeah, this
dude talks shit about so many people, but I mean,
dude, you're a fucking loser.
Just a fucking loser. Yeah.
Like
a fucking weird loser, dude.
Like
no amount of mythology and narrative is going to change the fact that like you got arrested, mangled by the state, and are over fucking weight. Like none of everything about your life is not going to be fixed by that shit,
like,
dude. I'm not saying that, but like people who get to this point are like not happy people about anything in their life, and living with that kind of disability is really hard, and it's hard for people, and some people deal with it in the most toxic ways, and this is one of them.
All right, sick implies that text errors appear as originally written, I think. Thank you for that, Shushi.
Okay. I didn't know what it meant either, Johnny, so don't feel bad.
Well, when I'm taking classes again, I'm going to remember that. 11 seconds into video.
I'll have to Google it later.
11 seconds into video footage of the fight, Herpechi enters the fray. A woman who Guerrero initially knocked into then pushes Herpechi, who responds with punches. After a minute and a half, Herpechi is seen throwing down another woman into the water. Photos and videos on social media and county records indicate Herpechi is married to Guerrero. A social media post shows Herpechi wearing an ABT hat and an ABT MC vest. Herpechi did not respond to emails and phone calls seeking comment. Good God.
We're so hard. Oh my God, what a cringe fucking wedding, dude. Sorry. That's really judgmental, but fuck, dude. I'm gonna wear my motorcycle patch vest to wedding, darling. Nothing you can do about it.
You're marrying into the club.
And they think it's cool too. So cringe. Weirdos, dude.
47 seconds into the video footage, and after things had settled down, Burkham walks into frame and proceeds to push a man in the face. She is dragged backwards by Herpecci, but after she's released, she walks toward a woman and appears to hit her, seemingly instigating the second round of violence. Burkham frequently appears in social media content alongside Christian and with wives of ABT members, though she does not appear to have ABT-affiliated tattoos or have posted images of herself wearing ABT-affiliated clothing. Burkham did not respond to requests for comment. God. Like,
imagine being called out as a fascist from your pumpkin carving photo.
God.
Look at her.
This is me at church, guys, doing church pumpkin carving. I don't know. Now I'm just projecting, but
The Observer also identified and reached Melinda Caldiron, a woman who was present at the ABT affiliated group at Don's Fish Camp, but did not participate in the brawl. In a phone call, Caldiron said that her group was called White Trash at one point. I'm not really even sure what happened, Caldiron said. Quote, I know we was having fun 1 minute, the next minute everybody was fighting. Caldiron said she is friends with Turner. Regarding the neo-Nazi tattoos seen on members of the group she was with, whom she described as friends of my friend, Caldiron said, we can't help the tattoos they got while they were away. Nobody is like that anymore. Sure.
it's like they literally wear costumes with it emblazoned all over the place.
Yeah.
Currently, those are not like old photos. What are you talking about, lady?
Well, not only that,
You're weird.
The dude's literal like biker club colors had SS Volts on the patch. Like that's not like
Yeah,
it's not just some tattoo I got when I was in prison, and I don't believe that anymore. Like you put that on today.
Yeah.
His
Like,
current social media platform that he posts on regularly, or was before, I don't remember
it's
exactly
the only
who it
vest
was.
I got
but-
is to keep my midsection warm because my arms get hot, but my midsection gets cold.
'cause it's so cold here in Texas.
When asked about the ABT insignia featured on some of the group's members' motorcycle club vests in recent social media posts, Caldiron said, they don't seem like that type of people to me because they seem like they put together a group that keeps people out of trouble.
Yeah, they're definitely out of trouble right now.
In February, 4 months before the Martindale incident, Caldiron appeared in a photo alongside Turner in which both were performing the Nazi salute. Caldiron did not comment directly about the photo when it was described to her.
Oh my god. These people are weird, bro.
Like, you had to add that part to the photo. That's not like freestanding there. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, and if it was part of the photo and not added later, they would be huge things that you have to carry around and set up. So it's like still no denying it.
and you have to like make it, you know, it's like a whole like wood shop like project to like make them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they mentioned that earlier, Lord Himmel.
Yeah. Also neo-Nazis. Yes,
Yeah,
which was
these-
also mentioned.
Is the Texas Observer like a big newspaper around in Texas?
They're like I guess they're kind of like an online they're a magazine, and they're a pretty big magazine.
Okay, I was just.
And
curious.
they do good political reporting.
Okay.
Not always good, but
Right.
I think it's important that the identities of these individuals be revealed, mainly for a sense of safety and protection for the public, one victim told The Observer in a text message. These men and women are present in our everyday lives, and were so emboldened by lack of accountability that they initiated a violent attack on women and multi-race individuals in broad daylight because they thought they could cover their hateful tattoos and walk away and go back to their regular lives without consequences. And that should never be able to happen again. For the safety of everyone, the protection of our communities, and justice for my family and friends. So, yeah, like I said before, right? These people they're not going anywhere. They're going to be in our communities. They're going to be at your local fire department. They're going to be working for the police department. They're going to be friends with the people at the police department and fire department. They're going to be like, you know, your managers. They're going to be like, you know, using the forklift at the warehouse. They're going to be pumping your gas if you live in New Jersey. They're maybe like not these specific individuals, but people that share beliefs with them. They're going to be everywhere, right?
Well, and not only that, it looks as though that they are also proliferating. Like if you look at those pictures, it looked like it's an entire family unit that they had throwing up a sig heil, from like older men to what appears to be their children, and then even like grandchildren were in that photo. So it's not like it's like just a generational thing that's going to be extinguished. Like, you know, I can look at some of the racist tendencies of my grandfathers and things like that, and it's like that was kind of like a generational situation. This seems like a far more intergenerational situation that they're proliferating.
Actually, Maverick, a number of the pictures came from the Chinese-owned TikTok.
Friends. No, they're your enemies. Don't treat them like that and fight them, and you'll get your freedom. My repertoire is USSR. Be-a-low style, be-a-low style got thrown out the car. Rise with subversive plots. They'll call you an extremist or subversive or red radical. Rise with subversive plots. Red radical and fight them. Capitalism and democracy. Capitalism and democracy are not synonymous. We group us up like ants in a colony. Organize the wealth into a socialist economy. A way of life based off the common needs. And all my comrades ready, we can spread the scene. And all my comrades is ready, we can spread the scene. And all my comrades is ready, we can spread the scene.